Yo, what's good? What's happening? We back. Brand new episode 3 from the ring. It's your boy Chris J. Glad to be back. Got the boy Trail here.
You're
Yo. So, we're doing this episode a little different time than usual. So, bear with me because I literally got been working up a few hours and I just woke up from a nap. But we got to give you guys this content, especially with so much of the dramatics going on in the NBA. And me going on I'm a little bored of wrestling moment at the moment, but hey, I'll be fine either way. But either way, we here. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We got tons and tons of new content on there, especially check out the new somewhat late, but not too late, but really late review of Expedition 33, which I'll let you talk about briefly.
Oh yeah, man. Make sure y'all check out the review. Me and Cam, I want to say worked hard, but we worked on it, had some fun. It took a while because life be lifing, but the more y'all support, the easier it is for us to, get like review copies or be able to put stuff out there for y'all. So just continue to support it. There's gonna be some shorts and stuff going out there today about the review and whatnot. So just show love. That's all we really want. And, have a conversation with us about the game, most of all. So leave some comments down there.
Definitely hit the comments. I was actively checking it out. Honestly, I'm being real. Like, this is y'all best one. Like, just from the 10 minutes I watched so far, like, it's y'all best one in every aspect.
How you feel about them little movie things I do in the like after we do our intro? I do like a little
beginning.
Movie,
It gives it that professional touch. And also, that Simon nigga looks like a real ass nigga. G.
Oh no, yeah. I think he the only nigga with 3 phrases in that game.
Bro, then look, it was like while you was trying to get your shit together, I'm like, yo, this nigga's sword get bigger. Like he body here. It says he drops the sword and he bodying niggas. I'm like, why the sword?
I still ain't beat that nigga. I probably don't. That's a real nigga. If you ever play that game when you like 40 or something, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, look. But either way, check it out. Really dope review so far. So proud of you guys. Keep it up. And we still have Attack on Culture. Check on that. We'll definitely have a new episode this weekend. We're going to record for sure. We got to talk about GTA 6. So we got to have that discussion. But either way, you guys are listening to Threes from the Ring, and we're here to talk sports, primarily basketball this episode. So, because we'll briefly talk about wrestling now, just to get out the way, because I don't really have much to really say. Backlash wise, I barely watched it. So, Daytra, I'll let you cook.
Yeah, Backlash was definitely I want to say WWE and a filler arc bag. I think Saturday Night Main Event is going to be that way too. Even though I'm looking forward to the women's tag match or the women's match that'll probably come out of that. But yeah, I know the biggest thing so far, like it has been for WWE for a minute, is the women like Giulia and Roxanne being called up. I think if Giulia called up now, that's really they put a lot of promise to her. But they probably paid her main roster money too, so that's why they probably broke up so fast.
And I think they just trying to separate her and Vacker at this point because both of them being on NXT got people talking a little crazy. But either way, I'm cool with it. Julia being on the main roster is cool. It fits, especially her look fits, and then also you put her with Roxanne, so if you do something tag team wise or paying attention to the background, see Roxanne and Finn talking, and every time Finn tries to talk, bad things happen with the judge today. So we'll see what things go with that. But either way,
the card itself, we're gonna start giving grades from the matches. I'm not gonna do the whole grade for you because I can get less. But I do want to talk about the main event. And my grade for that main event between Randy Orton and John Cena, it is a U. And you might ask yourself, Daytra, what do U stands for? It stands for Unk. It was the Unk match of the night.
It definitely was. Unk is there.
It was the Unk match. They did all their hits. Cena did the RKO. Randy Orton did an attitude adjustment. I hated that finish. I think every finish so far in the Cena era has been absolutely dog water. But they're about to sacrifice R-Truth to John Cena for some reason. We don't want to see it. I kind of wish. Look, I think the heel turn was still perfect, but I kind of wish he was face. Because you just get better matches out of John Cena being the face. I don't know where we go from here. I don't know what his SummerSlam plans are looking like. It's literally, I don't know. If they building up his thing and want to get more, they want to hit the ground running more towards the end, then okay. But he could have went without this title. So.
I definitely agree at this point. But once again, we have one person to blame, and it's that man Dwayne. So this is what he wanted. Triple H is trying to fix it. And that's really what I'm kind of getting from a lot of TV is just Triple H setting up a lot of the summer rivalries and stuff as we quickly approach with a lot of things because Saturday Night Main Event is coming up once again and I don't care for it. I'm not really mad at the R-Truth thing. Like, it is what it is. It's people going to be mad like, oh, why R-Truth getting a title shot? I get it, but it's Saturday's Night Main Event. It's borderline a filler unless for a few reasons, and that it can either lead to a Cody returning or something else. So we will see in regards to that. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
But other than that, like I don't really ain't got much else wrestling wise going on, or that's really piquing my interest at the moment. But hey, out to what you'll call it, my boy Aleister Black, of course. Like, hey, look, shout out to our boy.
So I don't like too many devil worshippers. But when it comes to Aleister Black, I rock with him.
Hey man, we could find him the Christ G. That'd be our GOAT undisputed.
Aleister Christ is crazy.
Be hilarious. Make that man's God's greatest soldier. Yeah, moment. Hey, look, gotta sit there and be like, look, man, y'all good forever, bro. You know how hard I was trying to recruit that man. But either way, we'll probably next week we'll be back with more wrestling stuff. I'm just at fatigue at the moment post Mania. So I'm just trying to, and plus on top of it, basketball lit. So this is the basketball section now. It's lit. A lot of things is lit. Playoffs is lit. The off-court drama side is lit. So we got a couple things to talk about in regards to that. But let's start off with the flag lottery is officially decided. And remember when LeBron said, hey, on Pat McAfee show, yeah, I know rigged. It's rigged. Because there's no way that the Mavs, who had a 1.6 chance to win the lottery.
You want to know what's crazy? I was right on this podcast. Not saying
was right.
Let me go. I want to go well and deeper to how I was right, but ended up being wrong. But I was technically right. I said the Bulls was going to get flagged.
By the way, that video is getting traction again.
I said the Bulls were going to get flagged. Listen, the only reason the Bulls didn't get flagged is because Josh Giddey gamed LeBron and them in LA. If he didn't game them niggas, the Bulls wouldn't beat that tiebreaker that they had with the Mavericks in the ping pong balls. And Chicago would have been lit. But I don't know. Like, part of me don't feel like it's rigged. But part of me does. Because I'm like, why would they rig it to Dallas? And like, it just don't make sense. If they was to rig it, they'd put it in a bigger market.
But it's still a decent market.
No, Dallas is a big market. I'm saying a bigger market. Like, and then like, now you don't give teams the assembly of the tank.
Well, that's always been a lottery. It's like, oh, well, just because you lost the most games don't mean it guarantees you to pick too. So that's
he seemed like a sure fit for Utah. The nigga almost went to the 76ers. The nigga
I
was
said that was a potential. And I said that was a potential thing if they kept their lottery pick, because they was happy as hell that they kept their lottery pick, because it was outside the 6. OKC was gonna be like, that's Giannis product.
Oh God, that's Giannis. That is Giannis fodder, bro. But I think Cooper Flag, either Cooper Flag or the second round pick might be Giannis fodder anyway. I think that's if Giannis want to leave. Who said people put words in Giannis' mouth that he want to leave Milwaukee? He never said that. He could put pressure on the front office to make more moves. He never said he wanted to leave.
Yeah, his options is open right now, according to Shams. It's just we taking it as, hey, look,
bro, the East wide open. I would not leave. Celtics down. So who you worried about? The Knicks? And
the issue is you stuck with Dame's contract with one Achilles. You can't do nothing with that contract unless you find a fool. And with this current CPA, it's tough to find a fool.
Dang, it is Dame Achilles, ain't it?
Yeah. So Dame, like, that's why it's like, gee, if you, and then you got factor in Bobby Portis is a free agent. Brook Lopez is a free agent.
Yeah, so, I'll ship Giannis.
Got to.
If I'm an organization, I'll ship him. It's over with. I'll run, go. Like, we already got rid of one pillar in Chris Middleton. Got back garbage for him. The Robin type Batman down for a year. Yeah, Dame. Oh, he might be down for a year and a half. So
because he'll come back in a year, but it's like, gee, he just cool.
So if I'll send him. I don't know where you gonna send him to though, because like you gutting the team. Like OKC has the most assets, but then again, like what you giving away? You probably gonna ask him to give away either Williams or Chet.
Williams or Chet, you have a boatload of picks, so it's like you could just if I'm like, you probably, what's his name, Sam Presti in the Zoom call, he says, here's a screen of all the picks, pick 4 or 5 of them, 2 of them we're gonna swap.
Minimum of 5. I think a minimum
that's 5. 5 picks. 5 picks and
we're
swapping 2 of them, but 2 gotta be swapped. 2 of them are swaps.
You give me 5 picks, you can do the 2 swaps. You give me Williams or Chet. If you give me Chet, you can give me Chet and the 5 picks. We Gucci. If you give me Williams, you give me Williams and Wiggins in the picks, and then we Gucci.
I'll take that too.
I mean, the ball is in OKC court. Like, you can't gut that team. Well, nobody make that much money on that team anyway for you.
Yeah, that's why it's tough to gut them. That's why it's tough to really gut them. And also, the funny thing is, you can say you get Jalen Williams, come to find out, you got Asian Duke Dennis, G. So it's like, we got y'all. We got y'all. I mean, like, you said you wanted Jalen Williams, nigga. You didn't say which one. We sent y'all a Jalen Williams. That would be the ultimate fleece of all time, G.
Yeah. But I think OKC would be good. A lot of people saying it's San Antonio. But if I was San Antonio, I'll see what I can get if I can get KD for dirt cheap.
Honestly. Like, I'll consider that more than Giannis, even though, like, in a perfect scenario, I'm like, yeah, say screw the world, give me Giannis, and we'll run what we can. Like, even though the issue is just you losing Stephen Castle in a Giannis trade, but it's just, that's why you got De'Aaron Fox. So,
like, and that's the thing. If you the Spurs and you go to OKC route, if you're the Spurs and you go to Kevin Durant route, you tell Phoenix, I give you the second round pick and Saskatchewan, whatever that nigga name is, Jeremy Sohan.
Sohan,
They call it a day. Like KD is 35, 36. Hey, I'm not about to give you Castle for a 36-year-old.
Nope.
You take the second round pick, Holiday. KD, Wemby, and Fox can get you one ring until he goes.
Hold on 1 second, bro. Hold on. Are we back?
Yeah, well, what I was trying to say is that KD is too old for you to give up stock for him. Now, I'm going to keep it a bean. If Phoenix is doing a go-away sale with that whole entire team, give me Devin Booker. I give you a second-round pick, Castle,
In the
and
first,
call it a day.
I'll give a first too. It's Devin Booker. Look, because that's the
I meant to
first
say
time
the second because they got the second overall pick, right? I meant to say that.
Oh, you talking about second overall? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll gladly give that up and then be like, all right, cool.
Yeah, like
It's
if they trying to get rid of everybody, I would do that. I would say Phoenix, I give you Castle and this year's second pick for Devin. If you need Jeremy Sohan or something like that, cool, take him. If the salary's got to match, because I think De'Aaron Fox making some money. Do what you got to do. Take it.
But I think they could absorb the contract because once again, you still got another 3 years with Wemby's contract. De'Aaron Fox got his paper already, I believe. Devin Booker already got his paper, I think. Let me look that up. But honestly, it just depends what Phoenix want to do.
If I'm Phoenix, I'm doing it. If I'm Phoenix, I'm selling Devin Booker and selling to San Antonio. Guarantee get that pick. Unless Dallas waving Cooper Flag in your face, which I wouldn't trade Cooper Flag for. No, I wouldn't do that.
Nope.
Okay, so I got that right. So if I'm San Antonio, I'm picking up the phone, seeing how much they want for Devin Booker.
And Devin Booker already got his money too, so
I'm seeing how much they want for Devin Booker. Then if I'm Phoenix, I'm sending KD over East. Either KD, if Houston can't do nothing for me, or think about it. All right, let me put the whole scenario down. If I'm Phoenix, I'm talking to the Spurs about getting that second overall pick and Castle with some change to make the Phoenix fans happy. Give me some change, some future assets or something like that for Devin Booker. Then I'm running to OKC and I'm saying, hey, especially if OKC don't win the chip this year, hey, you ain't even got to give me no players. Run me about a couple of those picks, and you can add KD for the low. And you have enough stock off right there to rebuild the Phoenix Suns. That's how I do it.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
That's how I do it. Like,
and I this is something that it just clicked. I'm like, wait, if you're Phoenix, let's just try this. If you're Phoenix, you have nothing to lose. You're rebuilding. They can be the sucker team to take Dame's contract. Look, if like as a last ditch effort to appease Giannis, we can get you KD. We'll trade Dame's contract, unfortunately. Unfortunately, but also get you out of that contract because I think KD's contract isn't as crazy. And we'll try to resign Brook Lopez. Unfortunately, you're stuck with Kuzma. Even though his contract is very affordable, I think you're stuck with him. There's nothing you can do. It is absolutely nothing you can do. And you just got to find a point guard. You just have to find a point guard, call up Tyus Jones, say, hey, can he be part of the trade or something? But
I don't think, but the reason I think like that, because I don't think KD I want to go to Milwaukee.
Nor do I.
So I think KD, he says best chance, send me somewhere I could be a hired hitman and literally just shoot the ball and y'all use me to score and get buckets that the main guy couldn't get, right? Because the problem that happened in Phoenix, it slowly, surely started looking like KD was the best player on that team. And Devin Booker was second fiddle, which was different than when the time Devin Booker was the best player on that team. Chris Paul, Mikal Bridges, Ayton was the help behind him. When KD came over there, it just seemed like KD was like that gravity people talk about. It was all KD. But KD on the Spurs, when Wembanyama, even as young as he is, what's to be his third year?
3 years.
3 years in the league, had darn near a whole year, half of a year off. Already probably top 5 defensive player in this league. And now he's open. Won't be seeing any double teams because he got De'Aaron Fox and KD on his team.
Yep. He could keep his big ass in the goddamn paint. Run them pick and rolls, G.
Like, San Antonio is such y'all want to talk about rigged. That Wemby going to San Antonio is probably the most rigged thing ever. Also, Sacramento not letting them give up Castle for the De'Aaron Fox trade.
Finesse. And
now, this is the stupid thing. And now, Sacramento is talking about getting rid of DeMar DeRozan this summer. That's so crazy. What was the whole point of getting Levine and getting rid of Fox?
Hold on 1 second, bro. Keep talking, but I'm just mute.
All right. What was the whole point of doing that whole entire thing? Also, I think his best bet. A lot of people are saying Dallas for Giannis. I do not like Dallas at all for Giannis. I think Dallas is. I just don't think him and AD work. Like, if AD wasn't there and they somehow flip AD, they call Milwaukee and say, we do Giannis AD head up with some picks. And now you got Cooper Flag, Giannis, and Klay Thompson and the ghost of Kyrie Irving. They probably can do something now. But I don't think Giannis, to be honest with you, I don't think Giannis leads the East. I think Giannis looks at Toronto, see that as a big market, not that far from Milwaukee to, location-wise. And you be the biggest star, the greatest player that Toronto Raptors ever seen. And they build everything around you. Or you go to Brooklyn, which would be a harder build, but they already got, they probably can keep Cam Johnson and just seeing Cam Thomas. But they already got a center. They already got places in peace to make you competable now. Yep. They already got D'Lo. They got a lot of things to make it possible for you to make a better run in the East. Because the East is wide open.
It really
is. It's so many. And what you going to Brooklyn, you can say, hey, me and Giannis saying he needs somebody else running mate. You can look at those fringe all-star players or just getting over the hump players and be like, if they free agents, be like, come over here to Brooklyn, make your money in a big market in New York, all that type of stuff. The only thing you got to worry about is being in the New York Knicks shadows. That's it.
Yeah. Like, the whole Giannis thing is interesting. It's all going to be a funny summer because between the Giannis situation, how even back to the lottery, I'm pretty sure teams going to try to tempt Dallas a little bit, being like, y'all say y'all ready to win now,
Yeah.
But
I think Giannis the only asset that has Dallas and win now, and I still don't think they win because they're gonna be the greatest defensive team probably ever. The whole time now, they probably do win now if they get Giannis.
They do win now, but all I'm gonna say is this: you're playing a box and one.
You gotta make that team shoot. You gotta make that team.
That's why I say I'm playing a box and one, and because if y'all gonna sit there for one, AD got to play center again. Even with Cooper Flag, he has to play center again. People arguing up and down. Oh no, you could just run Cooper Flag at 3. No, he is 6'10". He is in this era of ball a 4. That's why Andre Karolinko didn't become as great as he's supposed to be, because he had to play the 3 because Carlos Boozer was there. So, with that said, this Cooper Flag has to play the 4. AD has to play the 5. You trade in Daniel Gafford somewhere. Call up the Lakers and throw him over there. We're like, hey, y'all need a center. We're gonna run and tell AD.
I wouldn't do Gafford. I do Lively. Lively plays space to floor. Gafford can, and you don't need a floor spacer in that situation. So I send the Lakers Lively. I know Lively's young. You might want to keep him, but you don't. Lively is literally just a lob threat. You don't need a lob threat on that team no more. You need kind of like a Brook Lopez-esque player to space the floor in some way so Giannis and AD can operate.
That Gafford can't shoot either. What you mean?
If Gafford on the line and Giannis and Lively on the line, which one you taking? Because the 4 got to get space. You can't have Lively in that paint.
That's why I'm saying.
And AD rim run.
And Gafford can't run the paint either. They got an SOL.
Hold on. Let's see.
Bro, I'm telling you, I never seen Gafford shoot a 3. I at least seen Lively attempt.
That's cap.
I seen him attempt. I'm telling you. Heck, I read articles. Look, man, The Athletic is the best $7 I pay monthly, G. That's the best subscription service I have, man. But
bro,
they said
I'm sorry, I lied. Daniel Gafford has not drained any shots from beyond the arc in his career.
Told you.
This nigga is .000.
Man says, I know my game, G. I get them. My points come off lives and freaking offensive boards, G. And I think Lively has at least attempted a corner 3 a few times. Whereas he
had a Moscow Dallas Mavericks games, bro. He ain't either.
Dang. Okay. Well, either way.
They are. I wouldn't send Giannis though. I wouldn't. I just take the Cooper Flag. And I'm gonna keep it a bean. You're gonna be salty. But Cooper Flag gonna be at the 3. He's also not as tall as people think he is. They said he's 6'8", 6'9".
Still a 4. In today's league, he's still a 4.
In today's league, that's a 3.
Gee, in today's league, that's a 4. He's still a
power. No. From this playoffs, we back at 2 big season, dog.
Yeah, we are getting close. We are getting back to that time where it's like,
yeah, we back at 2 big. Every team so far that is at that next level has 2 bigs on that floor. Who is going to be in the conference finals will have 2 bigs.
Timberwolves,
Denver
somewhere.
OKC? No, what you mean?
Gee, they only have 2 bigs. Everybody else they don't have another backup.
No, yeah, I'm just saying it's 2 big. No, ain't nobody playing their backups past this round anyway. But unless they're a guard. But every team got 2 bigs. You got Denver with Jokic and
Gordon.
OKC with Hartenstein and Chet.
And then
they working Jokic in that series because of that.
And Duke Dennis.
You got Minnesota with Rudy and Randall.
And Nasri coming off the bench.
Pacers with Miles Turner and Pascal. And now you're going to have, most likely, New York with Mitchell and Towns. You're going to need, so that 2 big thing, I'm looking you dead in the eye when I say this.
Yeah.
That nigga is going to be a 3. You going to like it or not, he's going to be a 3. And it'll make you even more mad. He's going to be running the offense.
Honestly, he should.
That ball going to be in his hand.
No, honestly, no, I'll be honest, he should.
Because Kyrie is not going to be there 5 years.
Like, he should be the primary, he should be playing point forward until Kyrie get back, honestly. Because
I'm not trusting Klay Thompson with that. I dang sure ain't trusting AD. I don't know who
you
their
don't feel-
backup point guard is.
I do not know who the hell their point guard was, and they might be in the market for a point guard too, and there ain't that many point guards in the market. But no, I get it. It's just I think he'd be most effective probably by when he enters his prime years. He'll probably be closer to a 4 than a 3. But I think long term wise, I'm thinking long term wise.
But I think the more of the story, Dallas is playing with house money at this point, in which unless they somehow give Lakers Cooper Flag, they can't do no wrong in any way with this situation. You mean to tell me if you're a Dallas fan and you found out Cooper Flag was traded for Giannis, you'll be mad?
No.
Because now we are guaranteed chip. Because who is stopping Giannis and AD defensively? Who is getting past that?
Boxer one.
Only thing getting past that is what's my favorite injury? Plantar tendonitis or something like that. Something wrong with AD foot. That's the only thing that's popping them, bro. And then Kyrie got to get healthy. And if you don't trade Cooper Flag, you have your franchise player going forward until he want to say, you know what, this organization is ran terribly. Send me somewhere else. So Dallas is in a win-win situation regardless.
I get it. Yeah, but either way, they blessed. Mavericks. Hey, Nico Harrison, G. Adam Silver saved your life.
Bro.
You was
I want to say this one last thing about this whole Shaman thing. Hey, the Bulls got one. I want this podcast to be so pro Bulls, so bad, bro. I want it to be pro Bulls so bad. One more year, bro.
Okay.
If not, I'm buying tickets to every Bulls game and carrying trash bags, bro. And I'm holding up signs. Fire him, fire that. I'm buying season tickets to do that.
Yo, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
As basketball, Chicago, the great sports town that we are, we don't treat the ownership of the Sox and Bulls like other teams treat their ownership, bro.
No, G, well, technically, at this point, people are already kind of fake pro. You can go to a White Sox game right now, and you can buy tickets to the highest part, and you can end up at the bottom. G. Pause. You can legit get nice. Oh yeah, I catch a foul ball here. Seats.
So but no, in the Bulls, I know the United Center is like a tourism spot. Niggas, it's niggas who came to Adidas still thinking Jordan played, bro.
Still nasty.
I know the legacy of that bald head, yellow-eyed man runs deep into that facility. But bro, we gotta as a fan base, we gotta demand more. Nigga, if you gonna tank.
That be fake competitive enough shit. And look, man, just trying to get get that playing game revenue is nasty, G.
Just keep it a bean. What's the difference between us and the Charlotte Hornets, bro?
Michael Jordan 6 rings. Michael Jordan 6 rings.
Yeah, got there statue that's in front of the place, bro. That's it.
It's inside now, by the way.
Inside now?
Yes, you have to pay to get in there. You have to pay now to actually get.
So niggas can take their pictures inside the
Yeah, they did that like a few. I think I want to say probably around COVID. I want to say they probably did it around COVID. They're like, nah, we don't like the fact y'all taking photos of the outside. We know this is why y'all here. Bring your ass inside, man. Even if you try to go to like the little store that's in there, that's your only way you can take a photo. You got to walk in there. So I ain't playing that. But yeah, no, I hear you with the Bulls. That's on ownership. But hey, man, it is what it is when it comes to them. Like fans could barely watch them. You need a subscription just to watch most of your local teams. So
that sucks too.
It is. So it's like, look, you're losing out on TV revenue because nobody wants to pay $20 just to watch my local sports team. Horrible. I have no hope in terms of future wise with this team because you're trying to sell me on the Kobe White and well, Montes at least gives some people hope because Montes could be at least in the future if this team gets their ass out their face. Solid second, maybe third option on a contending team. Plus, he's a fun white boy to watch hoop, and somebody who's probably gonna be outside of Whitney Young, which is down the street. So it's like I'm concerned. You should be concerned. So look, man, they got figure it out. Figure it out. Sell on the tank, G. People still gonna go to games. People still seeing the baby bulls, G. Looks are still watching A.D. Robertson in 2002. Shoot. Hey, man. Do your time.
I think Chicago being competitive in the basketball sphere will make the league even better, bro.
Yes. It's like with the Knicks right now. The Knicks being competitive and probably potentially going to the conference finals and maybe even the finals itself. It's going to be great for the league. Yes,
it's just lost. It sucks for the fans, but it's great for the league, bro.
Yeah, sucks for the fans.
New York Knicks winning, you can't tell them niggas nothing after that one, bro.
Hey, look, they need it, G. They got West Coast niggas on their ass again, G. You got another West Coast rapper on y'all ass, G. So, especially some nigga that nobody heard of till yesterday. So, you got some dude named Ray from Compton telling y'all niggas Ice Spice is y'all king of New York, and that's nasty work. So y'all gotta live with that. So y'all need this. Y'all need this badly. But either way, but let's go ahead and talk about the second round. It's almost over, but let's go ahead and have our celebration. God is good at all times, G. All times. You cannot doubt our Lord and Savior when it comes to what we desire. And we desire that team in San Francisco go down, and God sent them down, G. This is what happens when you keep selling your soul to the devil. The devil comes and reaps what he wants. And that's y'all downfall, G. So shout out to that, G. I love it. Freaking love it, G. So shout out to Randall. I'm going to give Ant some credit too. And Rudy. We're taking down the Warriors. Shutting down Draymond. Shutting down Jimmy. Sorry for Steph, but you got to eat this L too. But hey, it is what it is. But I'm just happy to see y'all downfall, G. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Shout out to OG on Twitter as well, because he's been telling Warriors fans, hey, look, I've been watching this team for 100 years. This team sucks. And y'all kept arguing against it. Respect OG, man. Respect the OG, man. But he telling y'all franchise sucks. I rooted for this team. Steve Kerr and Steph Curry is the worst thing to happen to us. He's telling you guys that in long paragraph form. And y'all denied it. Y'all are blessed to have that light-skinned person that hates poor people. Y'all were blessed. Y'all were lucky to have Steve Kerr, who had a revolutionary mind, until it comes to bite him in the ass. Y'all were blessed, G. Also, y'all reap what y'all did to Mark Jackson too. That's a God-fearing man, and I think he got what he wanted eventually too. Even though he can't get a job. That man can't even get a job. No, that's crazy. He can't even get an announcement job, bro. It's insane. He can't even got an announcement job, bro. He can't get no job. But hey, it's all beautiful, G. And y'all gonna lose Jonathan Kuminga in the free agency. So y'all ass is about to, hey, look, man, Steph, it is what it is. I still have hate for Steph, but it's more of a, fun hate than anything. But the Warriors just needed to fall, and I'm happy for it, G. It's beautiful. So, but go ahead and give your thoughts.
I want to try to turn to Psalms 37:4, and it reads, "Delight yourself also in the Lord, and He shall give you the desires of your heart." My only desire this season was to not see the Golden State Warriors achieve anything. In the beginning of the season, people said this team is cold, and then they was absolute garbage. and I was happy. And then somehow, some way, with dark magic and evil forces, they was able to get Jimmy Butler on that team for $120 million for 2 years. And I thought to myself, you know, why would they be able to do that? How is this team also, you know, they finally was dead. How is this team being able to compete now? And I thought to myself, man, with the Lakers losing, the Warriors got a sheer shot to the Western Conference Finals and maybe the finals. And then Boston started looking shaky. I'm like, bro, if Boston don't play the way they can, Steve Kerr got the niggas' numbers, it might look scary. But I delighted in the Lord. He fights my battles.
Always.
You know, there's no principalities that can stop God's work. And them Golden State Warriors didn't make it past the second round. Thank God. Okay.
They shouldn't even got the first, but we understand that Ime Udoka had crimes that he still hasn't repented for. So
exactly. You know what? Thank God. You niggas paid Jimmy Butler $120 million for 2 years. And that nigga shot 11 shots in an elimination game. Only God can do that. That y'all, this whole entire time, Jimmy buckets. Playoff Jimmy is different. We can't wait till Jimmy show up. He's Robin. Bro, they have the nerve to say Curry's Batman, I'm Robin, and Buddy Hield has the nerve to say he's Alfred. No. You know what Robin Jimmy Butler was? You know what Robin Jimmy Butler was? You know Robin that Joker got the crowbar hanging up like it's a jersey in his room, bro. That's the Robin Jimmy Butler was, bro. You remember the Batman versus Superman movie?
Dang, that is accurate. Because that Robin was a hothead, too.
Bro. Batman versus Superman movie. When Ben Affleck looked at that goddamn Robin's jerseys in the Raptors, he like, dang, man, Joker smoked that nigga. Shout out to Jaden McDaniels. Jaden McDaniels smoked that nigga. Bro, if you would have looked me in the face as a time traveler and come and tell me Julius Randle was send the Golden State Warriors to the crib, I would have laughed at you. Because Steve Kerr said himself, they have nothing. They had nothing for Julius Randle. Nigga, Draymond Green couldn't guard Julius Randle.
The guy who was pushing to win Defensive Player of the Year could not stop Julius Randle. Not my Defensive Player of the Year ever.
I'm pro Draymond Green. When the Warriors fans were saying he was a double agent for the Lakers last year and the year before, I was pro Draymond Green and said, y'all niggas think y'all team suck when Steph is off the court. God forbid what happened when Draymond Green is injured. But Draymond said something that made me his enemy. No, it's not him being a football player on the basketball court that made me his enemy. No, it's not him, doing this every 3 seconds he do a foul. It's not that. What made me his enemy is he went on his podcast and said, the Golden State Warriors are going to win a championship. And then on, he became enemy number one. Because if he was going to be right, I want to stop watching basketball. So I am reveling in the fact that the Golden State Warriors are no longer. I am not a biased sports fan. But when I tell you I can't stand that team and whatever dark magic that team does to stay competitive, can't stand it. And the playoffs is about, niggas about to come out and say, oh, they only didn't go nowhere because Kerr was injured. The playoffs is about two things: health and availability. If you ain't got those two things, you ain't making it. Seeing what happened in Milwaukee, Giannis damn near averaged 40. Couldn't make it out the first round. Philly, no man's land. Joel Embiid probably don't even be on that. Niggas don't even know if Joel Embiid is going to stay on the NBA or not. Niggas think he about to retire.
Great.
So it's about health. When the Warriors won their chip, about 3 years ago, they got hot at the right moment with pure health and availability.
And Jason Tatum playing the worst possible superstar basketball you can ever play in the finals.
What
He
Chris
could have been mid, and they would have won.
what Chris said. So all in all, I'm happy. I danced. There's another scripture in the Bible when it said, and David danced in the house of the Lord with no shame or something like that. That's how I danced when I was getting to the crib. I came home from church, turned that game on, and I was just reveling in it. It's like basking in the glory of the Lord almost.
It was beautiful, man.
Beautiful.
It was like one of the best things that ever happened, G. The streets needed that, G. The streets needed it, man. So,
Like how most fans feel when LeBron James gets booted. That's how I feel when I see the Golden State Warriors do. Okay. So I'm happy.
I'm look, man. Ain't nothing else to add. They downfall was needed. It was beautiful, man. It was very, very beautiful. That's the type of content that the NBA needs to succeed. You know, like y'all keep saying, "Oh, ratings are down." This is the content the NBA needs, man. It is. But also, I'm gonna give a couple flowers where flowers is due. Shout out to Jonathan Kuminga. Somebody's about to max you out. Not laughing, but somebody will give that man $200 million. It ain't gonna be the Warriors though. And also, I'm gonna give Draymond credit for not trying to get himself ejected because he could have been punched Rudy in the face 100-something times to continue the theory that if Steph is out, you don't want to play no more. But either way, shout out to Draymond for that. It's gonna be funny hearing what he say on the podcast with Baron Davis in the near future. It's gonna be hilarious as hell. Very hilarious. So can't wait.
Ant sucked that series. I don't care what nobody say. He sucked that series.
Oh yeah, Ant was very mid.
What he did to the Lakers, sucked that series.
Yeah, he was very freaking mid. Like clearly his ankle was bothering him. So hey, get this rest because you pray that Denver wins tonight. Because
he better pray Denver wins tonight.
Yeah, if not, hey, the same way they got Jamal Murray and Alcatraz, Russ and Alcatraz. Look, man, if you not fully healthy, G, they're gonna put you in the ankle lock, G.
Let me ask you this question. Western Conference MVP Julius Randle. How did that sound?
That sounds crazy. It's like when Jaylen Brown. Well, didn't Jaylen Brown win?
No, Tatum won.
Tatum won. Oh, I thought Jaylen Brown won it last year, but it'd be that if Jaylen was like, huh? Because remember, this trophy only has a small legacy right now. So you're gonna look at let's look at the winners of
it's Curry, Jokic, Luka.
That's a crazy legacy. It's a crazy legacy. He said like Julius Randle? Julius Randle? Hey, look, that'd be insane. But hey, whatever happens, happens. But that's where the league sit there and be like, not gonna happen. But either way, but once again, shout out to Timberwolves. You guys, they best defensive team in the playoffs so far. Next to OKC. That's why next round we get OKC and Timberwolves. It's gonna be y'all like 90s 2000 ball. Get ready for 60 points in the fourth quarter type ball. G is gonna be occurring. G, so y'all have fun with that.
That's the same thing gonna be in the East too. Them scores gonna be having. There's gonna be some nasty ball.
Pacers can score. They're the best off. They honestly the best scoring team remaining.
And the niggas got OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges on the other side.
They don't really got to worry about guarding nobody in the perimeter.
Yes, they do.
Tyrese, I mean, like wings, because they primarily wing defenders. G.
So you mean to tell me Pascal Siakam gonna be cooking them niggas like that?
Yeah, well, that's Mikal's responsibility, honestly, more than OG. OG will probably see some Tyrese, and he'll probably see Nembhard and Naismith. So he'll probably be seeing them two more than Halliburton. But either way, ain't gonna be like. I think that's why I'm like that series Pacers and Knicks, we get that series because if Knicks blow this, it's gonna be comical. But either way, Pacers is a tricky team because people don't give them credit. They're a very underrated defensive team too. Extremely underrated. Everybody on that team can defend at an elite level. Elite to above average level, with the above average being goddamn Halliburton. So that's gonna be comical. So honestly, our conference final is gonna be very low scoring, potentially, but I think that the Pacers easily outscore anybody, like right now. That's remaining.
I just hope it's all close games on both ends. We don't need no blowouts. Like, I need them all to be close. I need them all to be competitive. I want it rocking. I know New York gonna be rocking. I know the Garden is gonna be rocking if they make it there. Because Jaylen Brown, Jaylen Brown and Derek White would these niggas to the East.
I'm gonna be sick. Be sick.
I'm firing, bro. I'm firing Thibodeau so fucking fast, bro. Sorry for cursing. I'm firing that nigga so fast, bro. If they don't make it, bro. That nigga won't be able to cough in his office, bro. He gone.
Look, man, he won't be able to recover his voice before he gets that termination letter, G. He won't be able to recover his voice before that termination letter on his desk. But like Tibbs legit needs to get them straight. But also, I don't think that, like I said, I had a feeling the Celtics were going to win game 5 anyway.
I should have put the money on it.
Someone was just telling me that they were going to do it because it's the emotional aspect, plus they at their home court. That was a case of, look, we're emotional because Tatum gone, plus Jaylen Brown had no choice but to step up in the way. Derek White was already having a phenomenal series. He was already really good this whole series. He was their second best. Honestly, at one point, their best player on the floor.
Yeah, because Jaylen Brown was pop dookie.
Yeah.
He was bad. Tatum, that before he got a kill. Hey, I ain't even gonna hold you. If you're an Eastern Conference forward and you are balling, sit your ass down. Somebody happened to your Achilles. I feel so bad for him because
I did.
It was so reminiscent of KD with the Warriors. KD was cooking the Raptors that game.
He was holding Kawhi, G.
Bro, them niggas looked hopeless when KD was on that court. Hopeless. And that was the same thing, bro. That nigga Tatum, because everybody was saying Tatum, he acting like he don't got it. I don't know what he read before that game. He was cooking them niggas. That's the Tatum.
The Tatum that played that game was the Tatum that would be my favorite player today if he played like that every freaking game.
Bro, I'm talking about he was smacking threes. He was getting in the play. I'm like, this nigga cooking these niggas, bro. Couldn't nobody guard him either, bro. He was unguardable, bro.
Yeah, it was a matter of, okay, he can cook. Let him cook. We just got matched, which Jalen Brunson did. He showed up for the assignment and matched them. And then after that, it was like, dang, he did. So finish this. But either way, the Knicks got to win tonight. Honestly, I hope OKC and the Knicks win tonight. Wrap this up. So this way, it's Thursday? Today Thursday, yeah. So we get conference final ball this weekend, G. That's what I would desire. Wrap this up. I don't like Game 7 ball. I'm good on because it's nasty either way. Either somebody's getting blown out or we're getting extremely ugly 2000s level basketball. I'm good on that. Totally
Before
good.
we move on, I do want to say, if Tatum didn't get injured, I think Boston was walking out that series. I think Boston was walking out that series in 7 or in 6 or something like that.
Oh yeah,
I think they found they like that team is unbeatable when them threes is draining, bro. It's unbeatable. They unbeatable, bro. It's not even. I don't even think it's like close. Like they're probably one of the best teams of all time when them threes is draining, bro. And I think they got their rhythm. it was gonna get real scary. Real scary.
But we should have 2 good games tonight. So definitely let's see what happens. But I want to pivot over to the OKC the Nugget series. Because that series, look, decent hoops, but it's also making me look at OKC like, yeah, y'all similar to Boston a little bit in terms of these threes ain't hitting. I'm a little scared for you guys. And Shai's learning to have to be dominant. And I think, what was that, game 5 was him learning how to be dominant, like in the clutch, because they needed that. Because Jokic was on his, I'm not trying to lose this game. I see what y'all did to everybody else. Everybody else was legit neutralized. I got to win this game, which is, once again, perfect case scenario to beat these niggas, especially when you have a collective of niggas to throw at them. And one thing I will say this, they don't get in foul trouble. Them bigs, like Chet is playing very smart not to get in foul trouble. Hartenstein doing his part, and other big Jalen Williams didn't get in foul trouble. So, like, they doing their job in terms of just, hey, look, just don't get in foul trouble against this man. Don't get him to the free throw line. Contest them freaking Jokic threes, as I'm calling them, Jokic threes, because it's just like, gee, how does that go in? But other than that, I'm going to give OKC credit. They're learning how to win. This is a very perfect scenario of, like, we are learning to win. So I'm going to give credit where credit is due, but they got to finish it tonight. They have to. Like, I know you in Denver, but once again, send Jamal Murray to Hades. Continue shutting down Russ, please, just for jokes purposes. And just hope Aaron Gordon don't become Paolo Banchero again. That's all you got to really hope for. So.
Yeah, I think especially in the playoffs, it's definitely a game of matchups. Like, going in, it's the team who matches better who's going to usually become the victim, right? Barring injuries and stuff like that. You know, OKC matches better than Denver because they can get a lot more use out of their role players and a little bit of their bench, right? Denver can't get no points from their bench. I have to say this. Wrap this up in Denver. Because if you have to fight that Serbian in a game 7, you're probably not going to win. You're probably not going to win. Game 7, because game 7 is gritty. They're low-scoring games and things of that nature. That plays into Jokic's wheelhouse. Right? But OKC is doing a good job of saying, let Jokic kill us. It's these other niggas who can't kill us. Making Jokic a scorer wins you the series. It wins you games. Jokic had a 60-point triple-double and lost. Because that team is at their best when he got everybody else moving. But if it's just him, then he got like 5 assists, 4 assists, they're gonna lose. MPJ, if your arm don't work, sit down. That coach, Alderman, is gonna have to learn when to take players out and to sit them. MPJ, they should not have closed the game with MPJ. They probably should have closed it with Westbrook. I would die with Westbrook closing that game for MPJ.
Bro, that man was having air balls, G. He was shooting nuclear missiles, G.
MPJ was too. And that's the only thing MPJ does. Westbrook hustles. And MPJ ain't shooting. He don't pass the ball. He can barely rebound because he got one arm. So what is he doing? What is he literally doing for that team?
That's true. But if I have to switch and put Russ out there, my hope is the fact that he's going to tweak.
That's the hope. Okay, yeah, that's the hope on OKC side. But when MPJ is on that court, my nigga, usually it's 4v5 or like when they play a defense. MPJ sucks at defense.
Very.
Nigga, now
He's
it's
getting
4v5 offensive sides. Like you can't what in that closing game. Shoot, they could have put Watson out there instead of him. In that you should not have closed with MPJ. He was terrible.
Like, I agree. I would have just played Watson.
Like I would have played Russ. Russ is gonna he's gonna bring the energy you need. He's gonna bring it. If he make a mistake, he makes the mistake. It was still his
mistakes kill energy, G. That's the thing.
Yo, MPJ point shaving, killing energy, bro.
Well, that's point, in the family, so
like he is like you don't think he had a parlay on the line. The nigga shooting with one hand.
I know. I totally agree. He shouldn't be on the court, but Russ shouldn't be. Look, that man is in a dilemma. That like, hey, whoever put that rumor, whatever team they put that rumor out, that Russ is giving pushing on the coach is crazy. Because I believe it. I believe it.
That was bogus. Even though Ramona Shelburne is a personal hear me out, that was bogus, bro.
It was, but at the same time, I believe it. Mainly because, look, he says, look, this fresh fish right here. Yeah, you ain't taking me out this game.
I mean, Westbrook has played well this series. That was the worst game he played this whole entire series.
Easily.
That was the worst game he played this whole entire playoffs. He's been really good this playoffs. Because one, the load is not completely on him. He's coming off the bench. And two, he's playing well. He gives that team a lot of energy. He runs. MPJ doesn't run.
I agree with everything, but it's just sometimes, look, man.
MPJ is like Toy Story 1 Woody out there. That nigga a Buzz. That nigga ain't got no arm. He ain't got no arm.
He don't, G. My man is definitely like, G. He but let me look at Russ numbers for at least his G, you talking about, okay, I'll put it this way. The first two games of this round, he was fine. The last three games, they put that man in the trap house.
I mean, it's going to happen because he's not a primary. On a depth chart, you're not looking for Russ to score that much. Of course, we're going to want Russ to make open shots. Is it going to happen 100% of the time? No. But MPJ missing wide open shots when that's your whole purpose on the team? No, bro.
I agree. All this is proving is that they are in hell whether they win or lose this series. Because the Timberwolves is also in a situation of we can guard this nigga. And if need be, we can guard them others. Maybe not to the elite scale that like how they doing freaking Jamal Murray and all that, like how, but they can still guard that nigga. Even though I will say Anthony Edwards has been very mid offensively. He's been solid defensively.
Yeah, he's been real good.
He's been solid defensively.
I should have dragged on Jimmy Butler some more because Jalen McDaniels and Jimmy Butler were a little bit of Julius Randle. I mean, Jaden McDaniels and Anthony Edwards, a little bit of Julius Randle. Smoking Jimmy Butler, bro. Jimmy Butler couldn't do a thing.
At all. He didn't want to do a thing. That's nothing. But this is another thing I would say about OKC. This is me noticing shit. Stop cussing. But this is just me noticing things. I don't know why, like, okay, I get Jokic is a okay defender. He's okay. He's not a rim protector. Attack him in the freaking paint. Especially you're going to run.
Aaron Gordon.
There was points where Aaron Gordon wasn't near the rim. This is me just watching the game.
I think Chet plays too much like KD than being a force in the paint.
Yeah. Even as a live threat, because there's moments where I'm watching, I'm like,
is Chet even a live threat?
He catches oops every now and then, but not enough. To me, I think I see him throw lobs to Hartenstein. Like, he do that too, but like there's moments where I'm like, gee, the fact that Chet isn't like used as a live threat or even like just consistently is just a little annoying to watch sometimes, because I'm like, bro, you're 7'5". Who's stopping you?
He's clumsy too. He's really clumsy. That comes with being tall and
And
still
white.
being fairly fresh. He's clumsy as hell. I watched him, I'm like, bro, why I look like Abraham Lincoln about to do the turnover?
Well, it
Every
don't
time
help
I-
that he just a tall white boy, you know. So you don't really got weight on him, so it don't look as natural. But
That's
like
another thing. Yo, put some weight on this summer, bro.
he do,
Please, bro.
he do,
Please.
like he definitely do. But because that's going to at least help him out, at least in being a better lob threat, because you can run through the paint a little bit better for instead of being tossed off. But either way, I still believe OKC should win this series, but they definitely got to win tonight. If not, I'm about to become real 50-50.
I think it's a close game. I'm giving the edge up to Denver. Maybe. I think Denver wins with Jamal Murray can get out of the slump right now. They win.
Being prison.
Yeah. He's just gonna have to, he get paid too much money. He's the second best player on that team. Aaron Gordon can't bail you niggas out every game. It wasn't even supposed to be that way. It wasn't even supposed to be that way.
That's
That
crazy.
nigga's a playoff riser. He's clutch. Like what? So, but I hope OKC wins now too. It would be. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. OKC winning the title will do wonders for the league, just like the Knicks winning. It will do wonders for the league. Like small markets winning titles mean way more than the league than anything else. Bro. So I need them to lock in. Shoot, Timberwolves win that title. Oh.
Hey, look, man. Hey, look. The Timberwolves win it all. Look, man. All it's gonna do is empower deadbeats to be like, look, my life is better as a deadbeat, G. That's gonna be the narrative. But also that look, Adidas gonna push the mega button on Anthony Edwards. That mega button. You're gonna walk into Adidas the following week after, be like, damn, this is an Anthony Edwards store or something. It's gonna be a wall in every Adidas store dedicated to Anthony Edwards, G. It's gonna be insane.
Yep.
But either way, we'll see where things go. We look very entertaining playoffs. Yeah, a lot of series ended in 4-1, and we're looking. Half the series ended in 4-1 because factor in that. But either way, competitive ass kickings. I would say we was getting either way. But league is in a good place. And before we wrap up, we didn't really talk about it, but Michael Jordan, he's gonna be working for NBC as a special contributor. It's gonna be hilarious as hell when they had that man give parlays and stuff. So be on the lookout for that.
I might take those. Jordan throw a parlay out there. That might be real, bro. The fix really might be in on that one.
Hey,
But,
look, always.
I will say this. My goal for that is that Jordan show love to the league where it's at currently. Because the thing about it is, Jordan, throughout this whole entire time he's been retired, we don't hear anything bad about him saying anything about these players.
You really don't.
You don't say anything about. He definitely don't say nothing bad about Jordan athletes. Definitely, you would never hear him say anything bad about Jordan. But you don't hear him say nothing bad about the player. I just hope he champion the league. I hope he don't get baited into the Bron questions and stuff like that.
I wouldn't be shocked if they do an interview. They force an interview. They're gonna force
Open the day, Jordan LeBron interview.
They're gonna force it, G.
Hey,
Especially if LeBron if
LeBron.
LeBron confirms he's retiring this upcoming season, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Give me and Chris on the horn, NBC. We got nothing but content for you. Opening day, Lakers versus the Timberwolves. That's baby Jordan right there on the other side already. LeBron announced this is his farewell season. The first interview is between him and Jordan. Get that nigga 30 minutes before the game starts. And them two just chopping it up. Nigga even better. A special episode of Man in the Game, Jordan and LeBron. What? Man. Because I think the beef between Jordan and LeBron is so manufactured for media. I think it's so manufactured.
It is. And then it's going to, and plus something like that, once again, if the goal is media wise, you want a better media representation of your game being talked about. It helps when you have your best player ever talk to the number 2 ever, make and literally kind of eliminate the media in the public perception. Oh, they don't like each other, or Jordan hates how everybody plays. You get Jordan talking positive about the game. For one, it makes you kind of, even with ESPN getting inside the NBA, you're saying you niggas need to talk better about the damn product. He's talking about it in a positive light. And I got the top 3 center in the league ever talking crazy, a top 5 power forward talking crazy, and the asshole who literally lives off the fact that Hakeem won him 2 rings. Talk better. It changes everything. It changes everything right then and there.
How much money did NBC have, though?
Look, I don't know. they got decent money.
Who can't be giving them that much money, bro?
Man, look, or it's just one of those things. Look, they got to remember, NBC was part of why Jordan's legacy is so huge. So he probably has a good relationship, and it was like they probably give a blank check. They were like, we can work with that. Cool, special contributor. You probably pop up every couple of weeks or whatever, whenever you so please, and we good. They're like, all right, cool. Also, lay up off the liquor. Less yellow eyes. We can't really change that on camera.
Somebody said Michael Jordan calling games as a recession indicator.
Hey, that's probably true. That's probably true. Oh man, that's probably true. Probably true. So we'll see what happens with that. But that man said, "Look, man, look, that another sign of recession indicator would be that is Jordan doing this because he really don't need to do this at all." Charles Barkley on 2K next year.
Yo, Barkley and Reggie Miller on 2K next year is definitely
it'd be like, hey, look, millionaires are hurting, G. Millionaires have been affected, G. So they on 2K, they're like, they'll take any $1,000 check. But yeah, but either way, shout out to Mike. I believe it's gonna be good for the game. Like, it's good for the game, and even for the young generation to really just be like, oh, he's somebody. Because like we hear Magic, we heard Kobe before he passed, we heard Kareem. Literally, Kareem and Mike is literally the 2 greats that we don't even think exist outside of just the fact there's highlights and Jordan has shoes. So it's like in memes too. But other than that, like, we don't hear from Kareem. And Kareem is probably he writes articles about how much he hates the game. So that's a different situation. But if we hearing from the best player ever helps. It's like with the NFL. Hearing Tom Brady talk about, even though Tom Brady be roasting some quarterbacks, he be going in on Fox sometimes, be like, why did he do that? Just why? But it helps to hear like, oh, okay. It's good to hear a perspective from an all-time great. And it's good for the league overall, because it's like, especially if Mike comes off positive, giving props to Anthony Edwards, giving props to, he definitely gonna give props to Luka. He's definitely gonna give, he's a Jordan athlete. Give props to Shea, other young new players coming in the league, and just also giving the players on their way out they flowers too, like a LeBron, a Steph, KD, just further solidifying what they did the past decade and shit. So yeah, so it'll be really good. And I like, overall, I'm liking what we're seeing so far with what Amazon has in store, NBC has in store for next year in terms of how they're gonna present the game. And hopefully it makes ESPN kind of step up too. Y'all a little too comfortable.
All I gotta say is Warner Brothers better be showing AEW on every other channel now. That's all they got. NHL and AEW.
And MLB. They got MLB.
Nigga, baseball players are not even watching baseball.
It's crazy. but no lies. But either way, hey, you got Black Panther, you got American Dad reruns,
Archer reruns. They got Archer reruns.
Archer reruns,
Big Bang Theory.
Yep, you show in game and in game 15 million times. So look, y'all good, man. Just keep doing what y'all doing over there, bro. Shout out to HBO Max coming back again. But yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this episode up. We appreciate you guys as always. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, let people know you rocking with us. Make sure as well that you are checking content out everywhere on TikTok as well. We literally killing on likes. Follow us, please. Shoot. But hey, either way, I appreciate tons of engagement you guys are giving us. So please keep it up. Share with your people that you rock with us. Check us out on Twitter at 3S from the Ring, 3s from the Ring. And with that said, peace.
Peace out.